Okay, everything seems to be running all right. Thank you. Well, why am I saying thank you? I'm doing the outro already. Well, okay, thanks for watching this episode already, I guess. Anyway, welcome finally to episode 2 of the much requested series, Random Race Commentary. We have decided to set up our own lobby with a clickbaity title, as you can see, to try and get some people, because none of the other lobbies were working that well in terms of actually getting people. So this is working quite well, and today, as you may have noticed if you saw this, I have a special guest. Would you care to introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, my name is Dynamite, and I'm so happy to be with you off Apple today here for this random race commentary, and I do expect it to be a lot of fun. We have the classic combination of Group 4 cars here at Kyoto Miyabi, which is always going to be a fireworks combination, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Absolutely, it's going to be epic stuff. We're just waiting for some people to get on the track. Let's have a look at some of the cars. Have a Dane, much like yourself, called Oliver Trans, in an Aston Martin Vantage Group 4. In a very nice blue and white colour scheme there, that you can get fresh from the dealership. Looking to be taking some decent lines. So, who knows, maybe they could be a favourite for this. Got a couple of Dutch entries as well, with Verab, who is just sat there next to the wall causing yellow. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's Mika. Everyone say hi to Mika.
Hi Mika.
Mika exposed. Yes, he's the guy from the NES. You may know of him. GST Diandry in a Corvette. That's quite an interesting livery there. Very geometrical, if that's even a word, geometrical.
Certainly not bad livery that the Corvette one there. Funky one. Someone has gotten the smell of this right and has chosen the 86.
Yes, that would be Super Richie, or Super Richie rather. Interesting
Super Richie,
there.
indeed.
Nice livery on that. Firefighter 325 in a Scirocco. We have 4 viewers. I believe that's a peak for me. So, congratulations to me. Oh,
shit.
Ascendelft. I assume that's how it's pronounced. What the issue with this series is you can never pronounce anyone's name because it's the first time you see them. Wake CU, that's someone who we know in a high-end Genesis Group 4. Nice livery on that. Well, I can only see the back right now. Looks very Porsche-esque for some reason. And Heisenberg, shout out to them for being the first person to join the lobby, after myself and Durton, of course. I mean, no, Dynamite. Dynamite, we can't be exposing that identity. The other one. What times are being set? There's a 38.9 currently by Firefighter 325, as you see Super Richie going off.
He certainly went off there. As I'm also having a look with Super Richie. Mind you, us two are having to synchronize our picture viewing somewhat. As I'm following pole position leader at the moment, Firefighter.
This is coming up to the line now. What will his time be? It is not quite an improvement. 2/10 off. We are probably about to start the race quite soon, considering pretty much everyone's on track. Actually, no, because wait. Why? It's not like eating is a basic human need. I mean, come on, son. Might as well use this as a chance to read the chat.
I'm just trying to figure out why I have this terrible echo on myself.
Oh, of course, the echo. It's back. Fantastic.
The echo is certainly back. I just heard it myself. Stadium speaker. And now, the Group 4 racers here from Kyoto Miyabi Circuit. Probably gonna be sounding quite funny.
Great banter. It really, really is today. Really don't get why that's happening, because it happened when I was on your channel as well, so maybe
it was the other way as well, yeah.
So that's quite
really
odd.
make any sense. But when I'm streaming myself, it's not there, so it's quite strange. But it was on you when you were on my channel, and it's on me when I'm on your channel. So I think it's on your end. That's a feeling I'm
Possibly.
getting.
I mean, maybe
know.
it's just a
Anyways,
thing that happens with body chats. Who knows?
Oliver Trans has a real huge moment there coming out of that chicane onto the start finish. Well, it's not that big of a straight. It is a little straight. I guess it's the longest straight of the track, actually.
Just on board with Firefighter, as they have just well, it looked like they were setting purple sectors there, at least, so it looked like they was going to set a faster lap. Super Richie with a 38.7, that puts them on pole position, or so they probably think, because I think I've got it set to slowest first to increase the banter. I believe boost is on, and slipstream is set to strong as well, so we're looking for the most extreme of banter here today.
Yes, recovery will be possible. So we're looking at some great fun. Anyway, Apple, I think we should
start the race.
Perhaps start the race? Yeah.
Absolutely. It's going to be an interesting one. So, here we are, folks. Random Race Commentary Episode 2. Clickbaity title at the Kyoto Driving Park Miyabi Circuit. We've got an Aston Martin on pole. That's Oliver Trans, who set the slowest time in qualifying. That's how it works here. Verob in second in the RCF. We're about to get underway.
So if we can get him cleanly off through turn 1, I will be a surprised gentleman. Oh, as we have someone getting really quickly off the line there.
Yeah, you can see
Aston Young in that Lamborghini.
Yeah, meanwhile Verob on the inside had an amazing start there, up into first. You can see Asen
start from Verob.
Yep. Asen running a bit wide, Heisenberg coming into play. This looks like it's going to be complete chaos. Mika making a complete fool of themselves. We've got 3 cars off there. Mika's going backwards. Oh, and we just called that Oliver Trans has gone off as well. Spinning out.
Now with Verob getting a poor exit from the last chicane, and Heisenberg up into the lead, and Super Richie also now making a pass on the inside there as they come on to lap 2.
Things definitely heating up here. Lap 2. Super Richie right on the back of Heisenberg. Oh, but they used quite a lot of grass there. They're running wide and they're into the barrier. As GST also hits the barrier. GST running wide, losing a position. And at the moment, it is Heisenberg who is pulling a bit of a gap on the rest of their competitors.
Heisenberg certainly looking strong there as they come through turn 1.
Firefighter on the inside, taking third from Verob. Will Verob be able to do something in return? If anything, it's looking like Firefighter might have a chance to overtake Super Richie for second. Super Richie very late on the brakes there. As they're actually catching up to Heisenberg again, so Heisenberg might have made a bit of a mistake.
I think both the Volkswagen Scirocco and the 86 are quite strong cars around this circuit here. The M4 perhaps not so much.
As you can see, Firefighter down the inside there of Super Richie. And now challenging for the lead yet again. Heisenberg, three of them forming a right train. Heisenberg's off. Heisenberg on the grass, and Verob as well. And it looks like Heisenberg's been left out to dry after he made the error. Super Richie right on the back of Firefighter still.
Certainly, we just saw Heisenberg, I'm sorry, getting onto the grass there, coming down towards the hairpin, and he was not able to save that. Firefighter and Super Richie in the situation making good use of that opportunity. And now it's a big switch in the top three.
Absolutely, Super Richie right all over the back of Firefighter. They duck to the inside, coming through this high-speed chicane almost. Super Richie's off into the barrier and spins as well.
That's going to be a costly one. Verob also up into third position now.
There's a bit of ghosting going on. I think Verob will just about get ahead. Oh, there's contact between them, and Super Richie's off again. He clips the barrier and he spins into the pit lane.
Oh, he spins into the pit lane. Indeed, he does, and he's able to drive out from the pit lane. That's the first off for me. I've never seen that before.
Going back to the battle for the lead, it's Firefighter now having to defend from Heisenberg, who's all over the back of him like a bad rash. That Scirocco seems to be doing quite well. There's a bit of a punt there by Heisenberg, causing Firefighter to run wide.
Firefighter just managing to keep on the track there, but it was also only just. And now it's Heisenberg getting a run on the German coming down into turn 1.
Lap 7, here we go. Turn 1 yet again. Will Heisenberg be able to get a bit of a late apex? They certainly do. All getting very close. They just about survived there. Heisenberg having to slot back behind through this high-speed chicane. Very easy to understeer as Firefighter makes evident. And Heisenberg down the inside.
That was actually quite well driven from Heisenberg there to not really touch Firefighter coming down through the hairpin.
That's Verob spinning in the background in the Lexus. They're going to have to make a bit of time. Easy to do though, with the boost system being on in this race, of course.
Also, we saw Super Richie, who was going so well before. He's down into P6 now, really struggling to keep the car on the track.
Of course.
That's a shame to see. German certainly had the pace.
Just made an overtake on Verob, it seemed there.
As in the lead, Firefighter is off. Firefighter is off, and that knows Assendelft Young into second position. Firefighter keeping in third position. Heisenberg now with a comfortable lead, and there's contact. And now the Dutchman has been pushed out of second position, and he's down into fifth.
3 wide into turn 1.
How's that gonna do on the penultimate lap?
And it's Super Richie who's made his way all the way from 6th up to 2nd again. And now he'll be looking to close down the gap to Heisenberg. The gap is certainly coming down. He's also got to defend from the Volkswagen of Firefighter behind. Perhaps running a bit wide on exit there. As we come on to what will be the last lap of the race. We are on board with Super Richie.
Super Richie, who I felt like I looked down at my coffee cup and he was in 5th position. I looked up again and he was in 2nd. Super driving from him on that penultimate lap. Now he's having to fend off from Firefighter though, who is very close to him behind. And in turn it will only take a small mistake from Heisenberg, always open the door there. Heisenberg goes a little bit defensive. Oh.
Heisenberg running wide. Super Richie's going down the inside of contact. 3 wide. Oh, huge contact! And Firefighter's in the waltz! Heisenberg's round!
And Mika's gonna grab it!
Mika, no way! Congratulations to Mika! What an upset!
That's fucking hilarious. That shit is...
Oh, that was amazing. Congratulations to Mika. Can't win anything in the NES, but he can certainly win here on Random Race Commentary. Congratulations, man. That was absolutely epic.
I have hardly ever seen anyone come from behind in such a fashion to actually grab the win. That was amazing stuff.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, now we're joined by Stella.
That was good.
Now, should we get everyone on track and have another one, another go? Just straight up another race, real quick before I have to call it quits.
I was gonna say,
That
what
would be
time
fun.
did you have to leave?
Well, I have to leave in 20 minutes, so we can go.
All right, we can fit another one in. Starting soon. 2 for 1 here on the Nukeshot Motorsport channel. Don't say I don't do anything for you guys. We've got some more NES contestants. We've got CJ here, as well as Armored Core. Going to be quite interesting. Got a flood of Caymans. Wake, more than likely, still consuming food.
Most probably, yeah.
Okay, I think that's just about everyone then, so let's begin. Once again, slowest first rules.
And what a great grid we have for you this time around, with such a blend of known faces from the NES and complete strangers, complete randomers.
I know. 7 people on stream, doing very well today. We've got Heisenberg, favourite from the last race, in the M4 on pole. GST DeAndre in second with the F-Type.
So Heisenberg will be hoping for better luck than he had in the last chicane last time around, because that was certainly not lucky for him. As they're off.
Off we go. Who gets a great run into turn 1? Looks like Super Richie got a decent start. GST having to defend a bit from Ascender. As there is complete mouse, there's contact there. There was a green NSX giving someone a bit of a nudge. Super Richie having to defend, and GST and Ascendel gone off at the infamous chicane. Very high speed, very easy to get that wrong. Heisenberg leads. Mika challenging for second.
And I think no doubt they'll be hoping for some of these cars, or some of these drivers will be hoping for some sort of revenge, as we see Mika getting pushed wide by both Armored Core and Firefighter. And then CJ also just bringing a notch up in the Cayman.
Cayman looked like it got a bit of a bump there from CJ. Oh, and in the background, Ascendel again into the barrier.
It's TST in the Lamborghini as once more is up in the exact same spot as the lap before.
Meanwhile, a bit further up, Firefighter round the back of Heisenberg. Super Richie's in the lead. Meanwhile, so credit to them. It looks like they're doing a good job defending at the moment. Firefighter down the inside of Heisenberg. Looks like they're going to hang them out to dry, but no, Heisenberg's still on the inside. Side by side, no, they have to slot in for the chicane.
Also, Armored Core in the mix there, with CJ also getting the move on. Armored Core coming down towards the hairpin.
Yeah, it looked like Armored Core just ran a bit wide there onto the grass. That allowed CJ to get a bit of a better run.
CJ getting nudged also by Heisenberg in that situation, coming through the chicane.
Armored Core and CJ side by side now. It looks like Armored Core is carrying the extra speed.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but up in front, Super Richie and Firefighter is too wide, and Heisenberg almost making it 3 wide through the exit of turn 1 there, coming down to the S's. They are really close. It's great stuff right now.
Super Richie just about able to defend Heisenberg on the grass. What a save! Oh, and Verob completely spinning out there. Looks like Heisenberg's dropped back. They're down to 4th. CJ up to 3rd. Firefighter looks like they're sticking it up the inside of Super Richie for the lead. CJ all over the back of these guys now. Coming through the high-speed chicane, flashing the lights of from Super Richie there. CJ looking to do dive bomb of the century. Doesn't quite work out for him, or does it? Oh, no, Super Richie just about defends.
Super Richie getting stubborn with the defense there, but CJ is certainly always the opportunistic character. You know that he's gonna be looking for whatever gap is gonna exist, and if he sees one, he's gonna try to send one of it.
It looks like Heisenberg's about to challenge CJ. I know he's dropped back a bit. It looks like Armored Core's catching Heisenberg, if anything. As we are over half the race gone at this point. Super Richie going right. CJ on the grass. Just about holds on to it. However, Heisenberg down the inside.
Open the doors for Heisenberg there, indeed. And Firefighter also getting the better of Super Richie now into the lead with 4 laps to go.
Armored Core all over the back of Heisenberg. Oh, they're thinking about diving down the inside. They do so. Heisenberg understeering now as they're on the marbles. Can't quite find the grip to get a cut back. Armored Core up into 3rd. And Super Richie looks very, very close to the back of Firefighter. Oh, they're going late on the brakes. Oh, but Firefighter gets the cut back.
Oh, look at CJ and Armored Core also behind with a very close infight between the two NES rivals there. Getting a little bit of contact through, but both keeping it pretty steady as well on the exit of the chicane.
Very, very close battle for first still. We're seeing as Firefighter still doing a great job defending from Super Richie, and Heisenberg's managed to catch up as well onto the back of these guys. Oh, and
Heisenberg gives... I'm sorry about that, but he gives Super Richie a huge nudge there, but Super Richie manages to get on the power. Maybe Heisenberg just holds back a little bit. Gentlemanly done in that case. As Armored Core also is going to send one up the inside of Heisenberg. Seems to go very wide there now. Also is going to open up the door for CJ.
Armored Core through. It looks like CJ will have to wait his turn in the next braking zone. Meanwhile, Super Richie trying to go around the outside of Firefighter. Doesn't quite work out for him. We're coming on to the last lap, so he's got to make something work. Super Richie in the slipstream. Dives to the inside. Oh, they're leaning on each other a bit there. Super Richie just about has the line. Looks like Heisenberg was going a bit wide. That's allowing Mika to catch up. Firefighter trying to catch back up to Super Richie now. Meanwhile, Armored Core and CJ going side by side through the chicane. And Heisenberg went off onto the grass.
So once more, Heisenberg getting unlucky on the last lap. As Super Richie side by side with Firefighter. Super Richie seemingly getting the best run.
And it looks like Super Richie has managed to fend off Firefighter. Great drive from them to take the position on the last lap, no less. Congratulations to them. Firefighter has to settle for 2nd. CJ 3rd. Armored Core 4th. Mika 5th. Heisenberg 6th. GST DeAndre 7th, and I can no longer see the rest of the results. But of course, congratulations to Super Richie for raising their positions by 4, and of course winning the race. So thank you very much for joining us today on the Nukeshot Motorsport channel. Thank you again to Dynamite in inverted commas for joining me today.
Dynamite Echo, it's been a pleasure being here with you, Mr. Apple. I'm looking forward to doing this another time. It's been great fun.
Yeah, of course. He will be later streaming on his own channel, Half the Race Gone, so feel free to check that out. Of course.
Yeah, we'll actually be live in something like 20 minutes, so you'll be having the time to grab a bit of food, a bit of drinks, maybe even a toilet visit. And it'll be just in time for our coverage of this week's TSR multi-class Super GT race.
Absolutely. So, from all of our competitors and of course me and Dynamite, it is goodbye from the Nukeshot Motorsport channel, and we hope to see you next time for episode 3 of Random Race Commentary, or something else on my channel, who knows. See you then, folks.